Hi guys, welcome back. This is going to be the last part of my guide to Dropzone Commander UCM building and painting and magnetizing. Now you'll see that if you've been following the videos, I've gone quite a long way ahead. For various reasons I haven't been able to film, mainly for forgetfulness and laziness. But I thought it would be just polite, seeing as I started this whole series off, just to show you the end result. So yeah, I'm calling it done. I've finished the entire army, and I'd like to show you how it's looking. I'm pretty pleased. Let's show you this one first. So this is the Albatross that I've been just rewatching my videos. I've been harping on about pretty much every single one, how I like it, and yeah, so I still like it. And I think it's come out pretty well. You might remember before it was very plain grey, and I was kind of concerned that it was too grey. So just to break things up a little bit, I've introduced this yellow spot colour. The colour is, let me just find it for you, Vallejo gold brown, if you can see that. So that's what I've been using there. I'm still uploading the color modulation videos while I'm filming this. Obviously, that will come soon, so you'll be able to see how I did that. I'm still recording a voiceover for that one, but essentially what I've done is build up this gradation on the body, so you can kind of see light parts and dark parts along the fuselage here, and that's been weathered back with the flurry wash. And then I've done a bit of dry brushing with a lighter grey. What else have I done? Bit of aluminium colour on the metallics, just weathered back with the flurry wash. Again, tiny little red bits here as well. Again, just to add a bit of visual interest. Oh, I'll show you the underneath too. So the thing about these Dropzone Commander models is they're detailed all over, and so they all kind of, there's so much detail just screaming out to be painted up here, and quite enjoyable. I enjoy painting these things up. What else? So yeah, black gloss on the cockpit windows. I think that's about it. So what else? Yeah, metallics, aluminium, yellow. Decals, these are pretty cool. These are from a company called Dom's Decals. Check that out. They're specifically for the ones I got of World War II kind of flames of war tanks, German tanks, but I've been able to adapt them for the Dropzone Commander. But you're probably wanting to see the rest of the models. Let me just show you this one, because you might remember it from the previous videos. So this is the Ferrum. Now it's missing the control tower at the moment, and that's for a reason. That's because I just wanted to show you that this still works, this still magnetizes. So if I just drop this on, he says, there's a curse of a live test. Let me just make sure that all snaps on. Oh, smooth, smooth. It usually goes better than this. So that's all locked in place, and you can see that the magnets are just kind of holding that. That looks kind of cool. I mean, I say it looks cool. It just looks like a big lump of metal flying around, but it's good. I haven't seen any pictures of it magnetized in this way before, so forgive me if there's loads of pictures flying around of these things kind of latched together like this, but I haven't seen any. So that's kind of a first for me, and it's kind of, I kind of like it. I kind of like how it all fits together. Now let me show you the base as well. So you might remember that I magnetized the base in here. I had to kind of structurally reinforce the bottom of the ferrum here with just kind of half a widget. And I also, with the base here, I had to reinforce this as well, and then this has got a magnet. There's a magnet inside the ferrum as well. And there she goes. Hang on, let me just raise the camera. And there it is. Just what a beast, huh? In fact, it kind of bends the strut, the flying base. It's so heavy. But that's quite an imposing sight, flying into battle. So, yeah, pretty pleased with that one. I'm going to put that to one side. I will just show you one more thing with the Ferrum. Let's put her down. Take the Albatross off. So yeah, so this runway folds out. Oops, let me show you back in the camera. Let me show you that again. So the runway folds out like so, and then I've got the control tower separately. Now you might remember from the previous video that I actually wanted the control tower to go up and down within the kind of main structure, and that was all working out fine right up until I painted it. And so no matter how much I tried, I just couldn't get it to work without kind of scraping off a bunch of paint every single time it went up and down. And even now, if I just lift this out again, you can see it's just tearing away the paint in there. Now you can't really see this when it's on. You can see inside there as well. And so I'm not too upset. But it would have been nice to get it working in the way that I originally envisaged. But c'est la vie, live and learn. And I'm still liking how this has turned out. Had a bit of a inspiration with the yellow chevrons along here. These were just kind of made a homemade stencil and then airbrushed over those. And you can see there's kind of the decals on here. You've got the little drone waiting to take off. It's all weathered back with the flory wash just to make it look a little bit beaten up. And yeah, so I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy with that. It's looking kind of cool. Let's put him in the background for a bit. Now let me show you the other stuff. I'll show you the other magnetized stuff. I'm just kind of conscious of time here, but let me show you the condors. Try and get them all in shot here. So these are all magnetized as well. And I'm really happy with how these turned out. I'm pretty much saying that a lot, aren't I? I'm pretty happy with how these have turned out, but I am, because they look pretty cool. So what you've got here is two condors with Gladius Tanks underneath. So that's this one and this one. And then you've got one condor with the Bear APCs underslung, and really happy with the hold of the magnets there. You might remember from the previous video where I was kind of quite proud of myself with the fact that I've got some structural integrity for these magnets. And yeah, so they're still holding even with all the layers of paint and varnish and what have you. So let me just show you how that works. Do the bears first. So this just lifts off, and then I can detach. Let me just go down a little bit. We can detach the bears. You can make your own vroom vroom noises as you see fit. And there they are. And when, let me show you these just up close a little bit. Again, I've got the decals on the side here. Yellow as well, just to break up that grey. It just got too grey after a while. And the other one. Tried to add a little bit of dirt along the sides here. I really like these models. I really like them. And then when you're all set to go again, let me just get that a bit more central. You just land your condor on top, and away you go. Boom. Same story for the Gladius Tanks. Let me get those for you. A little tiny bit different because compromises had to be made, as you remember. So the turrets are here. Just detach this one first, and then this one. So I've got my Gladius tank, but now it's off with the condor. I can put the turret back in. Again, that's magnetized on. And yeah, these came out really well. Very happy. The resin is just a little bit more detailed than the plastic models, and it just takes, it was a wider kind of surface area for the airbrush as well, so I was able to get some nice kind of light and dark effects, some modulation effects in there. I'm really happy with how those come out. One of the things I'm unhappy with, one of the few things, is I didn't quite get rid of the sheen off the decals. You can just see it shining a little bit, glinting, which I'm not a big fan of, but again, live and learn, live and learn. So yeah, so I didn't show you the condor yet, but that's been quite heavily weathered back as well. That's just, I just like the look of a weathered vehicle more than I like the look of a pristine, clean, factory fresh vehicle. And yeah, looking good, looking good. So that is that all the magnetized stuff? I think it is. Just got the command vehicle, the Kodiak here. Whoops. So yeah, similar kind of story to the APCs. That's magnetized. That's magnetized. So the Kodiak is magnetized in anticipation that the guy that I'm doing this for might want to have a condor later on that carries this into battle. And to, oops, that's the only thing about magnets, they're a tiny bit fiddly. And also I've got just a magnet inside the Kodiak here, just in case. So you actually put your flying base into the Kodiak. I've got my Raven dropships. This one carries the longbow in. Okay, so let me just, so you can see that. Same story, all weathered back, a little bit of mud around the kind of feet here. This still moves around. I really like this one. And then this Raven can carry the Kodiak. So I haven't magnetized this one because I think, yeah, I demonstrated this in a previous video as well. The feet just kind of grab on, and that's enough to hold it. And so I magnetized the bottom of the artillery, the longbow, and that just gets carried into battle like that. So that's kind of cool. What else can I show you? So I've got the other Ravens, the ones that carry the Praetorians. I don't like these as much, but that's still looking good anyway, did my best. Then you've got the Sabres and Rapiers. Again, decals across the board here. With the middle one of each Sabre, I magnetized it. So again, if and when the army gets expanded and you add in a condor or two, these can go and get mounted on those as well. It's getting kind of crowded now. I've just got one or two more things to show you. Oh yeah, the drones. Just a sec. Go and get those. So the Ferrum, the Ferrum has these little drone guys. So you can see how much fun I'm having here, just making a real mess. So yeah, so the Ferrum has these little drone guys, there's 8 of them. And of course I've numbered each one, 1 through 8. So these guys buzz around, apparently doing a hell of a lot of damage. Let's bring that into shot a little bit. Again, I still haven't played the game, I'm ashamed to say. I'd like to. As soon as I get my own army together, maybe I will actually have a game. So yeah, so that's the drones, they kind of buzz around. They have the same paint scheme as these guys, the Archangel Interceptors. So Look at the mess I'm making. Let me get this out of the way. And sorry, drones, gonna get you out of the way. So this is the Archangel Interceptor. Wasn't sure about the colours at first, but they're kind of growing on me. I mean, it was my suggestion, so I should like them, but I just wasn't sure how they would turn out. But it's looking pretty good. That is a mixture of colours. The green is Luftwaffe green. Can't see it in my paint rack at the moment. And highlighted with an olive green. And these guys look pretty good, flying around together. Hot rod pilots. What else can I show you? I think that's it. Oh yeah, one more thing, which is the infantry. Sorry, I keep knocking the camera. And that's these guys here. So, in my humble opinion, the infantry, aesthetically anyway, are the weakest models. But I mean, God, what do you expect? They're probably less than a centimetre high, and they're kind of tricky to paint. But I made them look as good as I could, and so collectively, they don't look too bad. I've got 6 stands of legionnaires here, and then I've got one more infantry unit to show you, and that is the Praetorians, which is these guys. These are supposed to be all in black, and I found that really tricky because black's difficult to do on a larger scale, let alone this tiny infinitesimally microscopically small scale. So these are just dry brushed with a kind of light bluish grey. Not as happy with these, but again, they do the trick, I think. So I've got, there's actually 4 stands of these, just showing you 2. So, thanks very much. I hope that has been of some help. I realise I've missed out a lot of steps and kind of jumped straight to the end. So appreciate your patience with that, and another project. I've got another couple of projects coming up actually. I will try and show the entire process start to finish and plan it out a bit better. In the meantime though, thanks very much for watching, and thanks for everyone that's subscribed as well. It's a real honour to have people just wanting to know how I'm doing this stuff, and I hope you've enjoyed me rambling on the whole time. Next videos will have a bit more of me in them, so brace yourselves, and just kind of equipment that I use, the setup that I have, and hopefully that will be of interest to you. But in the meantime, I just want you to leave me alone so I can play with my toys, with tanks and so yeah, excuse me. Okay, bye.